So, the day we departed, it's happened.
It's pretty surreal to think that after nearly a year of hard work, we're ready to take off for the Australian 4-day Enduro. 10 to 5 in the morning, and we're packed, ready to go. The boys turn up and we're ready to go. We head off. Cessnock, here we come.
We all took a seat, we sat down on the old school bus seats, and yeah, it was great to be finally on the way and with such a bunch of good characters.
I rode a school bus as a kid a lot, and there was like a familiar sensation parking my bum down in the seat and being able to find that comfortable position where you wedge your knees up against the back of the seat, and you know, you're looking out the window, you reach for your phone, and then you turn to your mate and you go like, he's got his spot and you got your spot, and you got that banter starts to come in, and you know, and the sun's coming up, and yeah, and it's just like a kind of surreal, it's actually happening thing, but at the same time it feels right.
Ahead you go, and then all of a sudden we're 20 minutes behind.
Except we're in Rosedale when we're in Rosedale, except we're in Sale when we're in...
We had just over 1,000 kilometres to go at the best of times, 95 k's an hour, but with such a big bunch of blokes and some really good stories going around, it was easy to see in the end how quick time passed.
We head through, you know, 2 separate states and another in the Australian Capital Territory.
It's a long journey, but we broke it down into small segments, and you know, went through all the various towns along the way and had plenty of stops. But we weren't in a race to get there. The race wasn't going to happen until we got there, so we just cruised along at a comfortable pace. The journey was good. After being in the bus for so long, it was sort of a little bit surreal pulling into Cessnock, realising this is it, we've made it. Righto, now we can start to switch focus to, we're here for a race, because the lead up to the event hadn't felt like we were going for a race. It was, we're building this bus to go on an adventure. Now it was time to focus on race mode. And then as you got closer to the event itself and pulled into the showgrounds, it was like, wow, this is a big gig. This is going to be huge.
We finally made it, the gates of the Cessnock showground. All Squirrel's greasy hard hours on the bus had paid off, and she purred all the way up, in through the gates and into campsite number 1. That was us for the 4-day Enduro.
Coming into the event, we knew we were going to be in campsite number 1, and you know, power was essential for our operation pretty much.
So we need to run through here.
We dragged a whole heap of extension cords all the way from home, and we went and knocked on this old lady's door, and we sort of went and sweetly talked to her. Said, listen, can we use some of your power? And she wasn't too warm about it. And then we sort of said, well, you know, we're quite happy to pay. And her eyes lit up when the cash sign come out. And she said, no problem, come out the back. And anyway, so we plugged into the back of a shed and ran an extension cord through the backyard and over to the bus, and bingo. I mean, you know, as the saying goes, we were cooking with gas. The little old lady, yeah, God bless her, she saved our ass and we had power.
You know, as a group, we all sort of had to find our place and feel our way a little bit. You know, when we opened the doors on the truck and we looked in there, it was just like a realisation of like, righto, you know, who packed this and where is that? There's a lot of boxes to tick. It's absolutely one thing to prepare for a 4-day and get your bike together and get all your gear together, but it's a whole other thing to race a bike that hasn't been even ridden before the 4-day, and a custom bike that has been built purposely to do the 4-day.
Doesn't matter. It always seems like it does.
To compete in this event, you've got to be a little bit crazy. But to compete on a full custom bike, that's a whole nother level of crazy.
Why did I ride something different for the 4-day? It's a long story. It goes right back to basically 1992 when I went to the 6 days in Cessnock. There was a small bore class, and we're not talking the 125 class, we're talking 80cc class. And as the years went on, that memories are always stuck in my mind. So putting it all together, I wanted to do something in the theme of 92, and I wanted to do something that related to the 80cc class. So I sourced a 92 model KX80 engine, sourced a KXF frame. We looked at it and thought, you know, this is probably going to work as far as fitting the engine in, but it came with its challenges, and we definitely bit off more than we can chew.
We've got a KX80 here that needs a lot of work.
Once we got there and we're working on mixed bike, it was not running right.
We're just going to chip away at it, I suppose, and come prologue and come first day, it'll be running sweet.
So we wake up in the morning of the day before the race, and mixed bike's still not going.
A little bit nervous about the situation. You know, it's kind of make or break, and hopefully, you know, we're going to get the car now. It's a little bit before 7 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to go to hopefully Wreckers in Gosford or even somewhere in Newcastle, and if we have to go to Sydney. So hopefully we can find the parts we need and get the bike to go and yeah, get it right.